No, I think that might have been someone else. But yeah. Hello viewers, welcome to the Twitch stream for Retro Racing. For Retro F1, the Jewel in the Crown. For F1 and for the Triple Crown for Motorsport. We're here at Monaco, and given how these drivers made a race at Austria, which normally lasts about 2 hours, given how they made that last 3 hours and 20 minutes, how long I'm going to be here tonight is another question. But I'm here with a man who got his debut podium in his debut race at Austria, Exact Max in the BMW, who returns after his absence in Silverstone. So, apart from not hitting a wall or not getting hit into a wall, or are there any strategies in not hitting walls today? Yep. So, what do you think? Do you think you're going to be able to get BMW ahead of Mercedes at the moment, as that's the closest ones in the championship to you, above yours? Very straight answers. I'm waiting for detail. Anyway, what? Why is Duolingo on here? I've just seen I've just seen on Duolingo. Get rewards by purchasing gifts or gifting subscriptions to Joseph Singh's channel while they are live in any category. Ends 16th of October. What? Purchasing gifts or subscriptions to my channel? They're not going to be paying me, because I haven't even linked up any bank details on here, so they'll be paying Twitch, not me. Anyway, I should share the stream, shouldn't I? And also, where's my other commentator gone? I do not know. I'll find. Yeah, I'll put my Twitch into Jen. I'm gonna DM the Twitch to Nils. I think that's his name, Nils. Yeah. Yeah, I was in that, and then I couldn't really hear anything happening, so I was just like, screw it, I'll just start stream early. Yeah. Well, we are gonna stop under red for like 4 times anyway, so. Why is he not joining? Is he not getting the invites? I feel like I can't wait to interview you after the race. I could do a little thing on my channel, the Green Army F2 champion, before and after Retro Racing Monaco. Yeah, you're gonna be like a World War II veteran after this race. You're gonna be these drivers weren't just drivers; they were family. Okay, maybe let's not walk into that territory on stream, Max. All right. No, Donnie. I'm scared, Max. I know what you're capable of. I saw on Instagram. Yeah, he said if Lando Norris won a race, he would shout Knickerbocker Glory because that's his favorite ice cream. But anyway. Anyway. Oh no. Do you know, that's even worse than saying about World War II. MAP is literally just an ongoing World War III. If you don't know, MAP is the school me and Max went to, and I don't recommend it. I recommend it to nobody. I drop kick the score every day. It just doesn't move because it's a building. Do you want to join comms? We're gonna have more red flags. I'm genuinely terrified about what I'm about. I feel like I'm about to watch Silent Hill or like a horror film. Yeah. You end up swimming. I'm gonna invite my... Why is it a 3-lap race? Are we ready? 3 laps. Oh, is he doing grid pens? That might be what it is. You might be doing grid pens. Oh yeah. Also, I've been drinking a little bit of cider today, so I might be a little bit slow. Apologies. Obviously with a meal, because that's how you're legally meant to do it, according to pub people. Wait until 7. Yeah, I'm gonna be watching the back all race, just waiting for someone to go boom. Yeah. Honestly, I was doing IMSA earlier, and I was watching IMSA earlier, should I say? The Petit Le Mans, and 10-hour race. What happened within like the first 30 seconds? GTP, so the hypercars, all fine. LMP2, there was a spinner, but nothing much. They just kept going, all good. GTD Pro, the kind of top GT class, all okay. GTD, the lowest class, absolute hell. So a Ferrari spun, and then a Ferrari and a Mustang smacked into the back of it. A Lamborghini hit the brakes and brake checked pretty much the rest of the field, and oh, it was awful. And then there was a full course yellow for about an hour, and then yeah. Bill Stein, yeah, was it Jimmy Broadbent? He had his last race today, didn't he? No. Oh. Oh, right. So they're not just... Oh, I thought it was Jimmy Broadbent's last race in the Nürburgring. It's not. He's swapping to a Mustang. Makes a lot more sense. Yeah. Hi guys, Super GT here. Yeah, I saw Jamie Broadbent stream earlier when Misha was in the car. I was having a look as they started the race. Yeah. Here we go, readying up. We're readying up, so I'll see you on the other side. Alright. I'll see you later. I'll remove you from party. I don't know where my commentary partner is, but hey ho. I guess I've been left in the dark. Oh, Devon. Well, they're having to wait for Devon's. Devon's. Where's Devon? I thought I was in Devon. Oh wait, no, I'm living in Devon. No, wait, that sounded weird at first, but anyway. Devon, where are you? That sounds really bad out of context. Oh my god. Actually, does it sound? I don't. Anyway, I'll see you on the other side. I've already lost the plot. Right. Oh god, I can't wait to... Oh mate, you're going to be speaking Latin by the end of this. I can't wait. Right, I'll see you on the other side. Ciao, ciao. Right, so... Hello, welcome to Retro Racing. I don't know where my commentary partner is. I've invited them to the party, but I've heard nothing. Hello chat, I can see chat now. I can see chat. Oh, who's tagging me in Discord? Oh, right, don't need to worry. Couple cars coming on track. So, today, we're here in the Principality of Monaco. 16 cars. I think it's record attendance for Retro Racing today. And of all tracks to have it, it's the smallest, tightest track where you want to have the least attendance. So this is going to go very well. We have a couple cars coming out onto the track. One of them being WSL, and one of them being BMWs, who are returning after their absence in Silverstone, but after their great debut in what do you call it? Austria, and I'm kind of skeptical about this race as we see the winner from Imola coming out as well. We have FedEx, Cameron, Exat Max, the man who got his podium in his only race in Retro Racing today, apart from today, obviously. We have Rekid. We have Rekid back in the action. So Kai, who came second in Daytona in the Retro Le Mans series, now here in Monaco, ready to conquer the closest equivalent to Le Mans in terms of difficulty, and even on the outlap, struggling there is Rekid. We don't seem to have Rez in here, but oh my lord, there was a bit of a hit there for Timen. I think he hasn't broken his wing yet. As, dang, that camera angle, I had to make that joke. As, yeah, heading down the straight there, we have Hazard on the end of his outlap. Heading down the straight into turn 1. I need to put the track map and the lap data on because there are going to be many yellow flag zones that I need to keep track of today. The 78 Mercedes. So Mercedes are back in the action today, looking to score a bit higher than they have done. They've been consistent, but they need higher scoring results compared to what they've had so far. That has as there's a yellow flag. One of the other Mercedes looks like he's gone off. I think that is Timen, maybe. Yes, it was Timen, was it? I'm not too sure. But heading through has a chill. And heading into the chicane, there's a yellow flag again for Bials, maybe. So there's another yellow flag for one of the Jordans, it looks like, as well. One of the yellow cars. There's a yellow flag down at the... Okay, so they're randomly popping yellow flags out on the mini-map, which is great. But here's has a chill, get a bit of traffic on his lap. Whoa, he went a bit wide through the swimming pool chicane. That almost was a complete smash in the barriers there. But the first time of the day is going to be done by Hazard Chill. Is it going to be a chill benchmark, or is his benchmark going to be take some beating? It's a 1:10.8. So we have one of the Ferraris going over the line to start another lap. We have the Red Bull going 0.8 quicker. MBUs goes over the line and takes pole position as Timen and Dang setting pretty decent laps, but not that decent, it has to be said. God Chaos does jump them both, but doesn't go into the 110s. We have one of the Benettons of Corrupt Shadow, and then Max in the BMW, who's now behind one of the Brawn cars. That isn't Devon's. Oh my lord, I thought that was a brake check. It was ghosted, thank lord. As Dang is down the runoff area. Not too sure if he should be parking there. Nope, he can't park there, sir. He's heading out to that runoff area, reversing. You gotta be careful, lad. As he does come out just about without hurting anyone. But yeah, very tense when you rejoin the track backwards, especially on a street circuit. A new team on debut for Lewis as well. Where's Lewis? Lewis, where'd you go? There you are. What team's this? I'm not too sure. As there's someone in the water there. I think that was... As FedEx takes pole position by 300ths of a second. Woo! Beautiful. That is a gap almost smaller than the width of the track that he's racing on. As God Chaos heading to the line here in the Principality. Not improving his time. The Benetton of Corrupt Shadow's the next one to cross the line. He does improve on his time, but doesn't improve his position. We have a white car coming up behind that. That's Max going a second faster than his time, but again, not improving his position and nearly going deep into turn 1. We have a Benetton going over the line. That is James up to 5th. James back in action today, but he's behind HF in the other Brawn, and HF kind of slow there. God Chaos also A little bit of a lock up there. We have DXR heading through. We have Lewis in a car of some sort, but I can't make out what. Oh, that's McLaren. Lewis is in McLaren today. I just realised. So McLaren getting a new driver, the former Benetton driver, moving to McLaren. I forgot to say about these driver moves. Also, DXR debuting for Ferrari, the man who used to drive for, I believe it wasn't Jordan, it was Williams, then it was Brawn, now it is the Scuderia Ferrari, the man changing teams left, right and centre. He's changing teams so much, he's changed so many, I was going to make a joke about AlphaTauri changing their name so much, but never mind, I couldn't really word it properly. Meanwhile, we have one of them all. Oh wow, into the wall there for DXR, but he does set a purple sector 2, I'm pretty sure. So we head through with Kai, DXR, Rekid, no, it's not Rekid, but heading over the line for DXR. He goes up to P6, just behind James and ahead of God Chaos, who is in the Brawn. He was in the Renault last time out, but he's in the Brawn today. Here's one of the Renaults though. It's Cameron in the number 13, heading up the hill in the 2005 Renault, flying through as in the same car that Jarno Trulli took his first F1 win in way back when in 2004. As there's a bit of concertinaing with I think that is, yeah, it is. It's WSL on an outlap behind one of the Ferraris. That looks like it's DXR who's on an in-lap. As there's yellow flags. There's yellow flags for the other, for one of the McLarens. I think Lewis has tried to do a bit of a Golf McLaren livery today, which is good to see when he goes over the line to start his lap. There's a Ferrari round. That is not where you want to be parking. Oh, it's DXR on traffic duty. We have Max coming into the pits. We have God Chaos. We have Dang on an outlap, looking to head down to turn 1 and set a better time. As someone's just gone up the order, it's GC4 in the Brawn, goes up ahead of the Mercedes and takes the Brawn up into the top 3. Oh no, it takes the Jordan up into the top 3, should I say. That is a Jordan, isn't it? Or is it a Renault? I'm not too sure. It's this only car like it, so I'm gonna say it's a Renault. No, it's not a Renault. It's a Lotus. It's something of the sort. But anyway, we'll find out. There's a Ferrari down the runoff area again, and it's Felix on his outlap down the runoff area. Oh, he's done a Rosberg, and he's now out of there, heading back down. Meanwhile, has a chill heading down into the first corner into Sandevot. No heroics that have ended his run. But the first man to set a lap here at the Principality is Lewis. Finally sets a time and puts himself in between Kai and James, just behind his former teammate is Lewis behind James, who I think, oh no, that wasn't James, just coming out behind him in the Benetton. I don't know why the mini-map's just putting out random yellow flags everywhere, but it's really annoying. But we head down, and there's a I think that's a Brawn missing its front wing heading through the Razkaz. Or am I just seeing things? I think I'm just seeing things. Am I seeing things? I can't tell if his front wing's broken or not, but we head into turn 1 then. The Renault behind, so yeah, no, I wasn't seeing things. That is WSL without a front wing going around the track. He just went past the pits and he's holding up Cameron behind, who goes through him, but that will be a visual distraction nonetheless for Cameron, trying to get out of the 112s and get into the 111s. Heading round the slowest corner in Formula 1 history. We have Hazard taking pole position. Hazard razzes up to the top of their times in the same way Razza Gamer would in Ground Effect Racing League. What a run there by Hazard. Hazard is, well, he's certainly not taking a chill pill, because he's absolutely put on a thriller of a lap to get ahead of Phoenix by just over 1/10 of a second. Actually, it's 0.999 of it. No, 0. Hang on, I'm gonna get this right. 0.909. That's what it would look like. Am I right? Probably not. No, that's not right. Oh, got it wrong. Damn it. Anyway, so we head over the line then with Phoenix, who goes back up to pole position. Has a chill go up the timetable. And the number 12 Ferrari says, what do you think you're doing? And goes up to the top of the time. Chaos de Quebec in chat. Yeah, what name? That's a mouthful. So anyway, yeah, he's saying he's trolling right now. HF has just gone 5/10 top on his lap, according to the lap delta. Dang, should I say, is Max goes, I think, it's saying he's got a bit faster. Whoa, I thought he was in the wall then. Whoo, my lord. As meanwhile, one of the Benetton's ending their lap. They're 300s down at the moment, but heading through the Lasgas and into the pits. And so that means his time is actually an in-lap, not a flying lap. We have Timen coming out of the lowest hairpin section into Portier. We have, is that Benetton? That is not corrupt. It's James who's finishing an outlap. One of the Ferraris it's FedEx. He's coming around that corner as well. We have Dang, is it? Coming into the pits? Yep, Dang into the pits. As there's a red, who's that? Is that DXR? That's DXR. DXR heading through Casino Square. I was wondering what that car was. There's someone off. Oh my lord! WSL and the Benetton almost merging together. That's chaotic. There's the fully cutting the final corners now. As GC saying that people are cutting the final corners. If he gets clips of that, I don't know if, depending on how bad they are, they could be penalised. As meanwhile, we have one of the McLarens. I think that's Lewis on finishing an outlap. I thought he was on a time lap. We have one of the Benettons. Not Kurt, James, where are you? James doing a bit of traffic management, letting other people do their runs without getting too much in the way. We have Lewis heading through turn 1. We have Kai half a second up. That could put him ahead of Lewis, or maybe even James, as he's behind another car. He's going to get a little bit dirtier behind the Brawn. Heading down the straight. I'm not too sure what that was. I think that could... Oh, and one of the cars coming out of the pit lane. It's so unnerving there, but DXR does go up ahead of James and Lewis, up into P6, but that Benetton came out the pits at the worst possible time for Kai. So that was Corrupt Shadow, who's currently warming up his tyres, triggering that yellow. Buyout heading through turn 1, and there was a clunk on the wall there. I think that could have been... Was that WSL again? Or was it someone else? I'm not too sure. As we head through turn 1 and 2, we have MBUs, one of the winners at the moment. As remember, this is only Q1. This isn't the full. This isn't just the one. This isn't just short qualifying. This is a 3-part qualifying session. Q1, Q2, and Q3. So I think only 16th and 15th will go out in this session. Maybe 14th if they're unlucky, but I'd find that really. I'd find that hard to believe. But yeah. So we have Buyout, who's currently going to be safe. We have Timen, who needs a lap. And in the wall! Timen in the wall, with not long left in the session. Depending on, he's held up his Mercedes teammate in doing so. Hazardous Chill was on a lap. And he's now lost it. He's got a bit of front wing damage. So both Mercedes with front wing damage now. But Timen, who needs a lap to get out of that danger zone of the bottom 2 positions, 16th, 15th, that could see him go out of qualifying. I can say that'll be him going out of qualifying if he isn't careful. But heading through, that could be it for Timen. Hazardous Chill though, heading out of the chicane into the Razkaz after his little incident with his teammate at the Lowe's hairpin, as the other Mercedes has gone off as well. Timen off again at that section. So Timen down the pit lane. Not too sure if Hazard's going to be able to do anything better. Can Corrupt Shadow maybe put himself a bit safer into the top 14? Because he is quite at risk at the moment. He's actually, no, well, he's 2 seconds up on Rekid, but Rekid, I reckon he's got a bit more pace than that at the moment. So I think that could be alright. As Lewis saying, Timen nearly killed him. I'm not too sure. I must have missed that incident. As yeah, the top 5 very close in lap time. All the top 5 separated by just about 1.2 seconds or under that. But Corrupt Shadow not improving his time that much from what I just seen. Heading up the hill into Casino Square. Oh, into the wall there. I was about to flick on someone else there, but I just see Corrupt Shadow damaging his wing at Casino Square. He used a bit too much curb there. You can use a little bit of curb at that corner, but not too much. And Corrupt Shadow finding that out the hard way. As meanwhile, we have James and the other Benetton starting another lap, so we'll keep an eye on him to see if he springs up the table. As Bios has disconnected from the session, whether intentional or not, as damage is reduced. WSL lagging. I thought he was going off there. He is lagging a bit, but he's saying he went purple, so that might mean he might go ahead of Cameron depending on his time. But his lag is shocking in and around this track. When now sim racing doesn't have reliability issues in terms of smoke and fire. As you can see, WSL going up into 9, then in the wall. No, not in the wall, just teleporting. But yeah, whenever there's reliability issues in video game racing, it's never smoke or fire, it's teleporting. And similar to, I think it was the Jordan who in Japan, who had a similar issue. I forgot his name now. The man who won in Japan, he was suffering similar issues in terms of teleport. Oh my lord, and he is round this time. That is legitimately round. As Max is out. Max has retired from the session. He's crashed, heading through to back. Where is he? Yeah, he's just crashed out to back. He's gone wide and hit the wall out of to back. We'll get word from him on that in a minute. But Exact Max is out of the session. He's down in 15th. Absolute disaster for the Green Army Formula 2 champion. Meanwhile, the two Brawns. Nice bit of teamwork between these two. The Brawn outfit, the 2009 F1 champions, coming out of that corner, going flat to the floor. And whoa, my lord, I just see a car that looks like the Mustang sampling Proton Porsche from the WEC, but it's obviously not that. It's, I believe, a Lotus. Heading into Razcast, just behind Lut. But WSL is staying out again. Not too sure about this qualifying strategy, but we're heading to the final moments of Q1 here. I'm surprised they did 3-part qualifying for Monaco. I'll say that much. But yeah, so I think we're gonna be looking between P12 and P16. Exact Max is out. He's done for the day. I think if he retired in menu, he wouldn't have dropped to the back the way he did. But he was going for a better lap time, and he's in the wall. And that could cost him his day in Q2 and Q3. So there goes the people who have finished. As Corrupt Shadow has just finished his day. Meanwhile, where's Lewis? There he is. Lewis currently in 11th. 0.05 of a second behind Cameron. No longer. He's up ahead of Kai and behind his old teammate again. Great lap by Lewis. Now we go down to Dang in the other BMW from what I can see. And he's now heading towards the line. And Dang doesn't go any higher. He stays for 12th. Now, Corrupt Shadow doesn't improve either. That means the next one over the line, as Timen doesn't escape, that means Rekid should be saved. No, he's not in the wall. Rekid in the wall in the same way Michael Schumacher did back in 2006. And with the World Championship winning car of 2006 just behind him, watching this happen, with the Mercedes in pursuit as well, Rekid goes over the line, and that is sad to see. James is going to be the last one over the line, but he is 6 seconds down. Bayou's in the Red Bull, who had a disconnection earlier in the session, has now reconnected just before the end of Q1. What a hectic final moment. Also, we just had here in Monaco Q1. Q1, not Q2 or Q3 or even the race. Q1, and that was how mad it was. So, how are we going to fare in the race or even in Q3? I don't know. All I'm hoping for is in Silverstone. I'm hoping for the safety car to be able to take pole position, because if you didn't see in Silverstone in retro racing, there was the safety car in Q2 and Q3. Beautiful laps. Oh, poetry. And the safety car took pole position in the road car class, theoretically. But yeah, that's the times then. Phoenix 4/10 ahead of Hazard Chill. Meanwhile, Exact Max is out with Timen, and they have been evicted from qualifying in the same way Cameron B was evicted from the Big Brother house last night. So, yeah, absolute mental. I think I'm gonna get in a chat with Max to find out what happened with him in the session. So I'll invite him to the party and give him a quick interview. So yeah, quite a chaotic couple of moments here in retro qualifying. But yeah, so Max ending up in the wall outside of Tabak. I'm not too sure what happened there. I reckon he's just understeered, because it didn't look like he had damage on that other side of the front tyre. It was only the part right here. Hello, Max. So what happened for you to DNF at Tabak? There we go. Right. Yeah, so what happened for you to DNF out on the exit at Tabak? Good. Right, so we're here for Q2. And yeah, we have the Brawn coming out of the pits, and there's a whole army of cars heading out of the pits. What's the rush, lads? There's a whole rainbow of cars coming out of the pits. Look at them all scrambling onto the track. Look at them all. This is like early 2000s when they all needed to fuel burn, but they don't need to fuel burn in this. They're all just going out onto the track and scrambling for track position. Absolute chaos as the Brawn's going side by side. The Benetton's trying to work its way around the last of the BMWs here in this top 14 shootout, the Fast 14 for you IndyCar lovers. As the Renault, the BMW, the Ferrari letting the Brawn through in the background. We have the Benetton nearly in the wall. You have the Renault letting a couple people through for track position. We have our Ferrari off for like 8 years on the exit of one of the corners. That is FedEx. So Fedi, the man who has got the most second places in retro history in both retro F1 and retro Le Mans series, and the Mercedes. As we've got a little bit of a traffic jam down here at Portier with one of the Mercedes. Is that Hazardous Chill? I reckon it is. It is. The top two from the first session and the McLaren of Lewis Hitch, should I say, all just parking up a Portier for a bit of track position. As now Felix playing a couple games here to try and get track position by cutting the chicane. And Lewis, I think, is waiting as well with him to try and disrupt Fedi's run. So that Fedi's tyres are going to be freezing cold, by the way. So good luck to Fedi. He's on mediums though, so again, good luck. WSL still struggling with lag issues. Hello, Max. Hello. What happened for you to then DNF at the exit to back?
I broke my wing and then smashed into the wall.
It's a shame. Do you think you'll be able to make that up in the race with strategy, or
probably not?
I've
already become kamikazes into a wall.
That's a shame. As the safety car's still on the track. Sorry to cut in, but the safety car has returned and is trying to qualify. I'm on board with the leader. And the safety car in the Mercedes this time. Last time it was the Aston Martin. This time it's the Mercedes. Why does the safety car love to come out during qualifying and a couple cars cut the chicane there? That was almost a 3-car pile-up, including the safety car. Max, quick question, what's going on?
I have no idea.
Is this just a me thing, or is this... no, because FedEx saw it in Silverstone, so it isn't just a me thing. It's... not again. Anyway.
The alcohol taking effect.
Yeah, good point. As Lewis here, looking to get a tow from the safety car, as GC takes pole position by a tenth or so, but he's just outpaced Bayous, who's gone behind him by about 200ths. And FedEx goes in between them and goes about 600ths behind the pole time. So Bayous wasn't 200ths behind, he was more like a tenth or two behind. But yeah, wow. So the safety car here qualifying as James takes pole position, 0.8 of a second quicker than GC in the... I'm not too sure what this yellow car is. Is it a... Well, it looks like a Jordan. I'm going to call it a Jordan. But it doesn't look like a Jordan. Yeah, I'll just call it a Jordan. The Jordan-ish Jordan. Went through, but yeah. As there's a car in the wall, one of the Bronzes ended it at the Rascas. That's how you call it. Yeah, it's a Jordan. Okay. That's good to know. So yeah. Oh, and in the wall for Lewis at Rascas. Lots of people struggling with that braking zone today. Let's see if FedEx struggles with. I can't go. Anyway, I was having camera trouble there. Meanwhile, we have the pole sitter behind the safety car, now ahead of it. But yeah, what a qualifying for the GT category. Obviously, Devon's in the Retro Le Mans series, taking the win in Daytona for the GT category. But unplanned, we've had an Aston Martin and a Mercedes entry safety car here in qualifying. We didn't have it in the race in Silverstone though, which was good to know. So yeah, but absolute chaos then. It's coming into the pits is Dang, who... Oh no, Dang's in a Red Bull, not in a BMW, apologies. But heading through the Renault of Cameron, heading into the Razkaz, just about nailing the braking point, but going to the pits, so it didn't really matter. Hazardous Chill coming through now. Is he going to nail the braking point here at Razkaz? We go on board with him. Hard on the brakes. Turns in, nails it, and goes into the pits, so it didn't matter. We have one of the Benettons coming through. Oh no, there's another Mercedes out on track. It's Rekid, who's currently on an outlap. But can he... Oh, he gets loose in the swimming pool chicane there. That could have been a huge shunt, as there is a shunt for Corrupt Shadow, who's done a Rosberg, going down that corner. As God Chaos has gone out of the session. I didn't realise that. Well, how did I miss him crashing? There's, oh, in the wall there for Rekid. That could have been out as well. Behind him is one of the Braun cars. But yeah, Rekid is the only one on a push lap at the moment. But he's been pushing the walls a bit more than he's been pushing the throttle down on his car at the moment through Sector 1. But looking to lift his way up into the top 10 for the top 10 shootout. Or the top 9, depending on what this game chooses. As into the wall at the low tire pin, similar to what Tim ended earlier, but not as... Oh, and nearly into the wall at Portier as well, making Senna scared after his 1988 crash. But heading through the Noval chicane. Yeah. So Max, do you predict any drivers in particular to have any incidents, or are you just going into this blind?
I'm gonna go into this blind. See what happens.
Aye. Yeah, in terms of strategy, what are you thinking? Are you going, well, are you thinking to do a Rekid strategy of spinning, or are you going hards, mediums? What's the strategy, pit-wise?
Probably hards.
Yeah, that seems to be the way to go. So, yeah, you don't have any teammate here today, do you?
No, I think normally my teammate would be Dev.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Devon isn't here. Where's Devon? Devon, where you gone? Anyway, Corrupt Shadow's out. And he's crashed on the entry of Tabak, which is even more obscure than Max's one. That's going to be interesting to explain. He does have an Xbox account, so I am inviting you to a party to be interviewed. Lol. And HF into Portier. Heading through. And into the tunnel. Right, before I have an interview with Corrupt Shadow, I need to go to the lavatory. So I'll be back in like, what, 2 secs? After I stop cracking my back. Okay, so tough in the UK. Yeah, tough. Nice and tough. Absolute tough. Oh, my laptop's about to die. But yeah, anyway, I'm gonna. Where is. There he is, view game card. Invite to party, so we could get an interview from Corrupt Shadow. We could hear how his session came to an abrupt end. Hopefully, if he accepts. Don't let the team down, Corrupt. Yeah. So, in terms of predictions on position, Lando, do you think, or Lando is where you called in. Oh, and Corrupt's left the session. So Corrupt really not in the mood for it today. What? Corrupt Shadow. Acting like Shadow at Sonic the Hedgehog there for today. But, yeah. Head through. So yeah, we have Hazard Chill hanging around. He's currently P6 behind MBUs. The top two from the first section not looking like they're able to replicate their pace here in the second session of qualifying, and into the wall, nearly doing a Max Verstappen. Is Hazard Chill as a Max Verstappen from 2016 and 2018. But yeah, he clipped the wall on the second part of on the third corner of the swimming pool section. He nearly hits the Brawn. Hazard Chill having to have its wits about him to keep his nose clean through these sections of the track here. So there's a Brawn behind at the moment. We have people pitting. As Hazard's in the wall. No, he's not. He's lagging. So lag again, plaguing the field here in what's called Retro Racing. So just replenishing fluids. It says I'm being tagged in Discord, but it's not telling me where I've been tagged in, so I'm just gonna ignore it. Oh God, Chaos is come back. Actually, in that case, I missed it, so actually I'll invite God Chaos to a party and he can have an interview about it. And it's lucky that most of the people here is oh, there's a why have I been? Oh no, it is telling me. Hello. So how did your session come to an abrupt end, as I must have missed it? Aye. Yeah, well, you're currently P11 at the moment. Do you think, a bold strategy or something of the sort would help you out in the race, or any red flags or anything like that, or do you think it's gonna be difficult? Yeah. So when you in Monaco, because on most tracks, when you have a good start, you just go to the middle, or go to the side, or you're able just to make moves. In Monaco, is it when you have a good start? Is it kind of a curse in disguise, or is there kind of a way to be able to have a good start at Monaco and actually benefit from it instead of just having to back out? I'm gonna have to cut in a second because Cameron's just hit the wall at Sandavart. Heroics into Sandavart. Jeff didn't want them on the radio, but Cameron's done them, and also WSL has retired as well. So it seems like Q2 seems to be the session where everyone's getting their DNFing out of their window. Would you agree, Chaos? Yeah. So, as we draw to the end of Q2, are there any drivers today that you're kind of fearing or you're watching out for in terms of trying to not be undercut by them or anything like that? Or are you just going into it blind like Landa? Or like Exact Match, should I say? Yeah, and a good race at that in Silverstone. Also, what is it with you joining races and all of a sudden the safety car just wants to qualify for every retro race since you've joined? I'm not too sure if there's a coincidence there, but yeah, it's quite bad to see you join and all of a sudden the safety car just joins for no reason as well. So... be shocking as yeah, so that's the end of qualifying then. We have the top 8: James, Phoenix, HF, Miss Lewis, Hits, GC, MBUs, Hazel is Chill, and DX are the last one to make it to qualifying. That should be wrong. That's wrong. Or is it wrong? Because, well, Cameron DNF'd, but if he did DNF, he would be ahead of DXR, but because he DNF'd, he's come up behind Kai, and Kai's even now that's an issue. But yeah, we go into Q3 then. So yeah, are there any drivers that you think could win today, or anything? Yeah. I'm surprised that Matthew isn't here today, because if he was, after his absolutely abominable performance in the first race in, what was it called? In Silverstone, yeah, really being a threat to Phoenix's championship if he decides to attend consistently enough. So, yeah. But Phoenix still leading the championship, but he's still yearning for that first win. And let's see if he gets into at least the top 2, he could have a good chance at that in the coming future. We have Hazard Chill coming out onto the track at the moment, with the Mercedes and the Red Bull both coming through. These two have no love lost between these two. As the Red Bull on mediums for this first run here in Q3. Meanwhile, Hazard Chill here in the Fast 8 on softs for his first run. Also, it was quite manic in that first part of Q2, wasn't it? Where everyone just came out at the same time and they all found themselves just scrambling around for track position. Talk us through, I don't know if you were involved in that or not, but how hectic was it as a driver? Yeah. Yeah. As the safety car has decided to join us again here in Q3, and that is a huge corner cut for Hazard Chill. How he's got away with that, I will never know. Like, that is the huge. He just cut that first corner like a hot knife cutting butter. Holy moly. As, wow, I don't know where my other commentator went, but I invited them and then they just didn't join, so I was just kind of like, alright. But yeah. Anyway, we head through them. The Fast 8 shoots out, heating up. We have Hazard Chill, then we have Bayous. Then we have, is that DX? No, it's Phoenix. DXR's the one in the pit lane. Phoenix is the one who's currently behind MBU's on the track. You can see on the minimap. Pardon me. As we head through the second sector, purple second sector obviously for Hazard, as all the times get reset. Disgusting sometimes. Right, as Bayou's pits over the line, Hazard chill. So it's a 198 should I say. As Phoenix also pits, we have the first time coming from not from HF, from GC, who goes 4 tenths quicker in the Jordan. Then comes the other Brawn car of HF, who doesn't go any higher than third. So that means James is going to be the next one to cross the line. Whoa, he's on the limit through to back there, making Max feel nervous. Heading through again, he's really on the limit here at Monaco. So the Principality, can James be the prince of pole position heading over the line? He can be. He's a 1:86, the fastest lap we've had so far, and it's met with the safety car at the exit at turn 1. I keep thinking people crash into it. It's not. It's just the way ghosting.
I can't even see the
game.
safety car on my screen. I can see it on your screen. I can see it on mine.
Yeah, I know. It was near. Have a look at Miss Lewis. I think that's the next one the safety car will come on. Just have a look at him in case it comes up. I'll tell you when it comes up on my stream. Yeah, it's down at mirror mode for me at the moment. So yeah, have a look at Miss Lewis, the McLaren. It's going around the Lowe's hairpin right now. But yeah, I think it's just a visual glitch for myself, but I'm not too sure. But it's not too bad anyway. I'm used to endurance racing, so it's not too much of a hassle. As HF looking like he's going to go for another lap on his soft tyres into Saint Devote, using a lot of curb on the inside there. It's weird, like turn 1 here at Monaco, you either use all the curb or you use none of it. There's not really any in between with using curbs here. Heading, because the curbs are so small as well, they're essentially just gutted at most of the points. As there's a car off, that's Lewis off at Raskas, and it's not where you want to be parking, sir. And again, another car caught out by the braking zone there. We have Hazard Chill going through that section. That's not Hazard Chill, that's Hazard Chill, who's currently coming up behind the safety car for me, and then coming out of the Raskas, heading down down the final corner, down the pit straight. I think he improved his time but didn't improve his position as he hits the wall there, gives it a good old clunk. Bayous heading through the Casino Square and currently just going for a lap in the Red Bull. That's heading through, going very nicely, is the Milton Keynes based Red Bull car. I think that's referenced in the 2009 entry from way back when. And the team that were once arch rivals with HF's team, Brawn. So
keeping the Discord.
Yeah, I'm kind of flicking between chat and the Discord. It's a bit of a... I think you cut out. Oh yeah, I see. So the corner cones are real.
But no, for me, no one's cutting the corner. They're just teleporting across in the pit lane.
Yeah. So Giovanni's HF. That's something to remember. So Giovanni Huff. If I could just call him that. As Phoenix goes up the order. He's ahead of GC by around a tenth of a second, but he is still way off James's pace after his absolute yeet and a half through the second sector. Meanwhile, Miss Lewis has done a Rosberg. He's done a Rosberg. That says Lando Norris in extreme passion. And whoa, DXR! Nearly into the back of Miss Lewis hits. Kai there might have to check his trousers because he might have a brown flag warning.
Don't we all?
That was really close. Don't we all? Yeah, it's Monaco, don't we all? But we head through Fenix here going straight through the no-vault chicane, giving the FIA a brown flag. And whoa, I think Bayou's just went deep there a little bit. He's on mediums though. It looks like he might get off them for this final run. So I reckon it will be between Fenix, James and Bayou. So keep an eye out here. We're heading into the final moments of qualifying for the Monaco Grand Prix. This can decide your fate of a race. It's decided some fates of some races already. I'm currently in call with one right now, Exact Max, who crashed at the back, starting in P14 on the grid. Sorry to remind you. Lol. Oh, it's P15, isn't he? Lol.
I'll try and survive if I don't get kamikazed into a wall or lifted like I did.
You're gonna be like Arava in his Survivor series. I beg you do that for your stream. Like, hey, hi stream, welcome to the Arava Survive series. I didn't need extreme damage. I just needed retro racing.
I died multiple times, more like 6. Last race for 3 hours and 20 minutes again.
Yeah, I still watch Arava's like old Survive series from like F1 2014 and that, because they're always his funniest ones. I think it's because he's less monetized there, so he just like he's.
I really wish we could be less like, demonetized now.
Well, I mean, we're not monetized, but in order to get monetized, yeah, I see what you mean. Yeah, but has a chill. Currently going 2 tenths up, but not improving his position.
I want to say, but
I'll leave that with you. But we'll head into turn 1. Whoa, Lewis in the wall! And how was that on a DNF? And Jeff, if he said to him beforehand, no heroics in stand of art, Jeff is having an absolute pie-face rage moment because Lewis has completely ignored those.
His TV's probably on the floor.
His TV's probably in the garage, like
in his swimming pool.
Lewis, in the flipping Pacific Ocean. Why did I just call it the Pacific Ocean? Pacific, that's the name. But Pacific Ocean. Wow, that's new. Head through. Oh, the hamster's just. I've got a hamster behind me, and I just had some random clicking. I thought my game lagged. It was just a hamster doing some weird stuff. But anyway, enough with hamsters.
Hamster behind you.
Yeah, he's in a cage behind me. Actually, shall I get him for an interview? Do you
think? What are you gonna erase?
Just gonna hang on. Hey hamster. So, pretty chaotic session here in Monaco. What do you have to say so far? Perfect. Anyway, we go back to the action here in qualifying. We have a minute to go, and James is still on pole by over half a second.
I really hope they don't make me do the lobby again, because last time I did the lobby, everyone literally had to restart.
Yeah, I think it's because Felix disconnected, and then it made you as the host for some reason. But meanwhile, we have James coming to the line, finishing his out lap. We have GC, the first of his final laps here in qualifying. GC doesn't improve his time. That's such a shame for GC. He's been on pace all weekend. He could have another lap though. Hazardous Chill is currently, as Torlin has rejoined the session, the owner. Currently rejoining the session, just hoping that he doesn't.
He was going to drive Mac.
Oh, he was going to drive Mac. So I guess he could be a third Merc driver, I guess. I'm not too sure, but Hazardous Chill currently not moving. We have Bayou's going to third, with a time exactly the same as Fenix. A 1:09.121 is the time that Fenix 549 and MBUs have both set. BUs is behind Fenix due to setting the time afterwards. And also GC and Giovanni are both separated by about a couple hundredths of a second. I'm not even going to work that one out. A couple thousandths of a second even. So GC is going to come to the line very soon. We have BU's heading rounds. We have Hazard ending his lap. He's currently 6 tenths down though. That looks like a bad lap. Hopefully he can recover it. No, he's in the wall! And Hazard in the wall takes his tyre off and now gives one of the Jordan drivers a huge scare, who is currently 16 seconds down, so that won't matter. We have Phoenix. That is Phoenix. In the wall at Raskas! And that is the end of his run. So now can Bayou's suddenly take it? No, he pits. Nothing happened.
Oh my
God,
god,
it was so
he just went
exciting.
sideways and flipped over there.
I just... I can't even see it.
Phoenix just
I was
flipped himself over there.
Oh lord.
Wait, what
I
are the
think the last
free
one
laps?
set a
What's the
time.
free lap for?
It's in case there's any grid penalties or stuff like that. So HF then, Giovanni, gonna come round. Antonio Giovinazzi in the Brawn. I know that's not his name, but it sounds cool. We head now down with him, over the line. The last one to set a time. And he's not improved. He's down by 2 seconds. What a qualifying.
Now for the actual race, I got to try and gain positions without being kamikazed into a wall.
Now for the race, yeah, I'm gonna remove you from stream because I can imagine you saying some
no, it's alright. It's alright.
Opinions.
I'll tell my include my audio off.
I need to turn you down. Right, you're on 200, 150, 100. Okay, Joe, I'll be nice. I'll put you on 2. There you go. Right. Yeah. Oh, sorry, what was that? God Chaos, I'll put you on 2 as well. Actually, no, do you know what? I trust you a little bit more, so I'm going to put you on 6. That seems right. Sorry, what? Oh shit, I need to tell you up. Oh no, damn it, well, my bad. Right. Any last words, Max? Cool. Right. Right. So, while I turn Max to the number lower than 1, same for God Chaos. I'll turn them up when I need to, but hey-oh. Right, so we're here for Retro Racing. It's going to be called Ridiculous Racing by the end of this. So, any last words, drivers? Any last words? As Maguire saying that his strategy is just hope. Here we go then. 5 lights here at the Principality. Everyone's jumped their start. We're away, and loads of people have been disqualified. Oh yeah, it's the 3-lapper. Yeah, oh my lord, I love this already. Oh, I need to get the video from Silverstone onto it because it was so funny last time. As oh my lord, what the what's just happened there? Oh my lord, I've just seen someone flip in the background, I swear. Oh no, it's just like, whoa, Benetton gone, whoa, McLaren gone, oh, Dan gone, oh, Tolan, oh, Max, oh, lordy, lord, I can't keep up with this. Okay, I'll turn these up now. Right, Max, you're back on audio. P1 130. Got Chaos, same. Yeah. Oh my lord! I've just seen Tolan and Timen get assassinated. Tolan, how are you still in there? What a damage model! Oh, and Tolan again strikes. Tolan's car's indestructible. Yeah, his front wing's barely hanging on. He's took out 2-3 cars. The only one left is Cameron for Tolan to kill. Here we are with Assassin's Creed, more like instead of Tolan. That's the saddest collision ever. Right, the Renault and the McLaren both going into it. Oh, they're making contact to the outside, to the inside. Oh, that would be so cool if we did like an F1 boxing match. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that would be mad. Maybe that's an idea. Oh yeah, Lando wins his first race then. Actually, no, you didn't win though, because the safety car got to the line first. So what a win. Giovanni's DMing me. I have something to confess. I love you. No, joking. I'm joking. I'm joking. I thought I'd just say I'm GC, mate. So you don't keep calling me by my other bloke. Don't keep calling me the other bloke my name. What? What, calling you Giovanazzi? What? I don't know. Oh, no, right, I get you. You're GC, you're not... No, you are Giovanni. What? Ooh, covered it. Right, anyway. Anything for the censorship. Anyway, yeah. Well, you're at the back, so you could just like, yeah, you're at the back, so you could just be like nice and careful about it. Watch all the chaos and then push a little bit faster. What, you think people are gonna finish this race? Anyway, Extreme H, Extreme E, yeah, the Extreme rules, but that's a WWE thing what I'm on about. Yeah. Just my sister got one. Snowball, I think. I can't remember what my sister called her. I think it was cotton ball, then it was snowball, then it was cotton ball again, then it was, I don't know, it's one of the two. Yeah. As just messaged me saying I have to confess something. Anyway, this is gonna take a while actually, isn't it? So I'll go off for a minute because I need to do something and then I'll be back. Actually that'll be good because I can edit it back then. I can do a quality stream and a race stream. So yeah, I'll be back in a sec.